2,49,990. That is the price of this incredibly thin, light and powerful laptop. And for that kind of money, this isn't just a laptop, it's a statement. So this is the Asus Zenbook S14 running on an Intel Core Ultra 9 chip. I've been using this as my daily driver for over a week, and trust me, this thing is trying very hard to justify its premium price tag. Now, obviously, this might not be for everyone out there, but if you're someone who wants top-tier design, serious performance, and that flagship-level experience, this might just be it. So without further ado, let's find out what exactly the Asus Zenbook S14 has in store for you. Now, when you look at a laptop in this price segment, the design is expected to impress. And my first words when I looked at the laptop were, "Hello, gorgeous," because it really is. The overall look is refined, the texture on the lid is subtle yet noticeable, and this color gives it a very business-like look. It will definitely turn heads when you carry it to a meeting. Oh, and this is just 1.19 cm thin and weighs a little over 1 kg. So you can carry it wherever you want without any issues. The surface is also resistant to scratches and smudges, and during my usage, I didn't see any fingerprints form upon the chassis, even after typing continuously for hours. The only complaint, and I'm really nitpicking here, is that the hinge feels a bit less durable, because when you open the laptop hurriedly on a busy work day, it might do this. And this is slightly annoying. Lifting the lid, you get a beautiful 14-inch 3K OLED panel. I watched videos, played some casual games, and the display didn't disappoint at any point. And for my day-to-day usage, the 120Hz refresh rate kept things very snappy and smooth. But do remember that this is not enabled by default, and you're gonna have to enable it in the settings menu. Now, in terms of color accuracy as well, the display is spot on, as it comes with 100% sRGB and DCI-P3 coverage. It is also quite bright, and I use the laptop in various light settings without facing any issues. One thing that did bother me slightly were the reflections, but that's a common issue with OLED displays. Also, this is a touchscreen, which is something that I didn't honestly find myself using much. And since the display gathers fingerprints and smudges very easily, I just stuck to using the trackpad and the keyboard most of the time. Speaking of the keyboard, the keys here are well spaced, have a decent amount of travel, and are super comfortable to type on. But considering the price point, a fingerprint sensor here would have been an amazing addition. Now, in terms of feel and build, the keys here come quite close to what you get on a MacBook, even though the design is very different. You also get a clean backlight here, which helps if you're working late at night. And it is actually quite bright. I could clearly see the backlight even when I was sitting at my desk during the day. Below the keyboard is the trackpad, which is just the right size for casual use. Now, coming from a MacBook Air 15, I am definitely used to much larger trackpads, but the one on the Zenbook S14 also did feel adequate. However, the clicks here feel just fine, not premium, because this isn't a haptic trackpad. Now, coming to the speakers, you get a quad speaker setup with Dolby Atmos. They do get loud, there is no doubt about that, but the clarity here is not really excellent. The sound feels a bit flat, especially when you're watching movies or gaming. So you might find yourself looking for your headphones while consuming content on this device. Now, for a laptop this thin, the port selection is actually quite solid. You get a USB Type-A, 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, an HDMI 2.1 port, and a headphone jack. In my usage, all of these were just enough. You also get the Windows facial recognition feature, and this works really well. It's fast, accurate, and unlocks the laptop instantly. Now let's talk about the front camera. It's quite decent and it will get the job done for video calls, but at this price, I expected something a bit better. For instance, when I turned on the background blur, the edge detection wasn't really perfect. My hair just kept blending into the background. Moreover, there is some noise that you will notice in the picture quality the moment you turn the camera on. Now, let's talk about perhaps the most important factor in any laptop. Yes, performance. The unit that I have with me is powered by an Intel Core Ultra 9 386H processor paired with a 32GB RAM. And simply put, this combination is fast. And I mean really fast. App launches are instant, multitasking is smooth, and even with multiple things running together, the laptop doesn't really slow down. And this real-world performance is backed by some strong benchmarking numbers which are right there on your screen. Now, I also tried some gaming on this, and before you call me out, I know this is not a gaming laptop, but I just had to try, and it can handle much more than what you would expect. Lighter titles like Overcooked 2 and Phasmophobia ran smoothly without any issues. In fact, I even got up to 120 FPS in Phasmophobia when I turned down the resolution to 1080p. I even tried pushing the laptop with slightly heavier games like Forza Horizon 5 and Doom: The Dark Ages. And surprisingly, with slightly lower graphic settings, they were quite playable. So yes, you can game on this laptop, but of course, it's more of a bonus, not the main purpose. Now, as it is with Zenbooks, the strongest point here once again is the battery life. In the PC Mark battery test, the laptop lasted for a whopping 14 hours. And this is when it was set on the best performance mode. This number, I am sure, will be much higher on the power efficiency mode. So the battery life here is not just reliable, it's quite excellent. And that means that you don't really have to panic if you forget your charger on a very busy Monday morning. Coming to thermals, they're also very well managed. During normal use, the laptop stays cool, and even when I pushed it with benchmarks and heavier tasks, it only got slightly warm, and it was nothing uncomfortable. So, the Asus Zenbook S14 is a laptop that gets a lot of things right. It looks like it was built for business, it is super easy to carry around, and it comes with a very strong performance. If you have the budget and want a sleek and powerful laptop that can also handle a bit of gaming, this is a great choice. What do you think of this device? Do let us know in the comments and keep following Digit for more such content.